Hi everyone, as January comes to an end, it's the perfect time for a February reset. Now in today's video, I'll walk you through how I plan and reset for a new month using my DIY, my favorite planner for this year. Plus, I'll be sharing 5 tips on how to use your planner more effectively in this coming year. So let's get started. Please make sure to watch this video till the end to get all the planner tips that you need to get going for this year and keep yourself motivated in writing down your planner and planning your day every day. For those of you who are new here, hi, my name is Smita and you're watching my channel Living in Bangalore. Now, if you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button below because I make content on lifestyle, organizing, planning, and anything around Bangalore. And also watch this video till the end to get the maximum out of this video. Now, here is my planner. Now, this planner, if you haven't seen it yet, make sure to watch the previous video which I have uploaded as a planner reveal. Now, this was my DIY planner. It's not available in the market and I had made it by myself and I had printed it out only till January. Now for the month of Feb, I have printed out these sheets because in my planner I have my monthly planning, meal plan, my home related tasks, social media planning, as well as my self-care planner. So this is a complete a whole planner that I had made. Now for that, for the respective months and for the respective planning, I have again printed out sheets for the month of Feb in each of these sections. So I'll quickly put them together and get back to continuing planning for the month of Feb. Now finally, after assembling, this is how thick it's become and it looks really nice. I like the way it looks. So this was the January month. Now I have February and I have done a few changes here. I have put this separately, goals and to-dos. And when it comes to my February month, now in January I had put some top 3 priorities and I had a few changes according to my January monthly calendar, which I've started from Monday, and I've removed all that and I have divided it into few more rows. So a few changes here and there for the way I need, and I have removed my habit tracker. Now in the month of Jan, I had done the self-care and learn YT, but then the thing is habit tracker is not happening since I already fill up this self-care and all these things here. This is also like a tracking for me, so that's the reason I am not tracking again, because then the water tracking or my food tracking, my fitness tracking, everything is covered up here in the self-care. So I thought it's not much of use to me here. Let's see how it goes this month, and depending on that then I might change. So I've skipped that portion. The remaining is almost the same like the January month. The meal plan, home cleaning, social media and self-care, I haven't done any changes except for I think the meal plan, the monthly meal plan what I had. Here I have changed it like this, so Monday, Tuesday. What I had done earlier was Sunday, Monday horizontally, but this time I have done it vertically, so this will help me and give me more space in writing my monthly meal plan. And as usual, I will be updating it every week. Then the remaining all is the same, so I will not go through again. If you would like to see how my planner turned out to be, you can always watch my previous video, the planner reveal and the January setup video. In that I have given a detailed view of the whole planner of mine that I have done. So with this, I have set up my February month planner. I have put up all the papers, all the inserts. Now coming to the planning part. Now before I plan for the month of Feb, I always like to go back and review my January month. So for every section, I will just go through my review and then go ahead and plan for the month of February. So this is my reflection for the self-care planner. I have already written the reflection for my daily planner. Now I have quite a lot to fill up for my self-care planner so that I see how I can move forward with the next month. So I will quickly fill up this. So I've just reviewed my January goals and what worked for me, what didn't work for me. So I've just gone ahead and gone through my whole planner. The next step would be to set my February goals. Now here in my planner, I have the goals and the to-dos. Set my priorities for the month of February. Now this month, I am actually focusing on improving my health. All of us were literally sick for almost 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Since we are 5 of us, we go ahead with one after the other and it goes on for a month. So now for the month of February, if I see my January goals, I think I have done most of it and amazingly well. Comparing my January goals to my quarterly goals, I will just go ahead, see both, and then I will write my February goals and then a few to-dos for this month. So after this goals and to-dos, now I will set up my monthly overview. This just gives me an overview for the month with important dates. So whenever I move ahead and plan every week, then this monthly overview helps me in putting tasks in place. So this is the rough overview of my February month. This is how my month looks. So finally we are done with the setup for the month of February. Now in February I do have my goals, my to-dos, meal plan. I've completed my meal plan for the month of February. And then we have some home cleaning tasks for this month, which I have completed. Like last month, if you've seen my previous video, I hadn't completed my monthly tasks and daily tasks, all the things, as well as my weekly tasks. So this time now I have written down and kept it up to date. I have also put up my self-care planner for the month of February with the February goals. Now last month I didn't have the goals, so this month I have added up my goals. So with this I am done with the setup of my February planning. Now if you are new to planning, or even if you have already planned, here are some 5 simple tips that you can keep yourself motivated and complete your planner every single day and effectively, so that it really works for you. Now if you're not a person who likes to plan, just step into it and see how it works in your life. It makes wonders, and this really changes your life and reduces your mental stress. If you're a beginner, or even if you are just starting out, then remember that try to keep it as simple as possible. Don't go to overwhelm yourself with too many things. Buy a simple planner, maybe just with the to-do list, so you can write your to-do list, you can write your schedule, you can write simple things, every day what you want to do. A few things, maybe you can just put reminders for your meetings. Begin with just 1 or 2 sections, like for example, focus on writing down your daily to-do list or your weekly schedule. Now this keeps your things manageable and helps you build the habit gradually. It could be as simple as do the laundry, call a friend, or plan a meal for tomorrow. So remember, it's better to stay consistent with a simple plan than to overcomplicate and then finally give up. So that's how you start small. Now tip number 2 is set clear goals with a vision board. Now for a yearly goal, make sure you set your goals. What do you want to achieve for this year? Your dreams or your goals, what you want to achieve, just jot it down. You need not make sure that achieve those goals, but just jotting it down makes you feel so good. Write down your goals, put up your vision board. So planning is about more than just your task. It's about focusing on your dreams and goals. Start by setting just 2-3 clear goals for a month and creating a simple vision board. Now use pictures. You can use different pictures. You can download it from internet. You can use Canva. You get lovely pictures there as well. You can use some quotes that motivate you, or even you can doodle, you can draw, you can color, anything that just motivates you to keep yourself on track. Now having such a visual reminder of your goals keeps you motivated and excited to achieve them. Now tip number 3 is use color coding, stickers. Now color coding is if you have your daily to-do list, make sure you write it in one color. Your kids or your work related can be in a different color, so you can make a color coding by yourself. Use 2 or 3 different pens, 2 or 3 different colors, just to look colorful. If you do not want, you can just pick up a black pen or a blue pen and write all your tasks. But if you are more interested in keeping track, I would suggest you to write down it in different colors. So color coding and stickers can make planning both fun and functional. So assign different colors to areas of your life. So it could be like blue for work or red for work, green for a personal work, pink for self-care. And you really need to add in stickers. It helps you in keeping you motivated, keeping track of what you're doing. So add stickers to highlight special events, or just to make your pages pop up. They look good when you put stickers. It actually is like you feel happy even while sticking the stickers. So just try it out and see. So not only does this make your planner aesthetically pleasing, but it also helps you quickly spot important tasks at a glance. It just gives you a visual glance, a visual overall look on what you need to do for the month. You can also add stickers on a daily basis. I generally don't add stickers every day, because then again it gets a little overwhelming for me as well to add stickers. So I just use color code and write my tasks with different colors. That's all I do. Tip number 4 is plan ahead and keep it simple. Planning ahead doesn't have to be complicated. Start by creating a monthly overview like this. Like you have a monthly calendar. Before you fill out your daily tasks, create a monthly overview. Add birthdays, appointments, or any other deadlines you have, some bills you need to pay, some shopping you need to do, meal planning, anything that you just put down here. Set a specific date and day for it, for whatever you are thinking. And then fill in smaller tasks week by week. Keep your plan simple to avoid feeling overwhelmed. So when you have a layout, if you have other planners also, I'm not talking about only this planner, I'm talking about planners in general. Any planners you have, even whether you have these horizontal planners, even there, write down your task. You can divide it into 3 sections in your horizontal planner, and you can use the first section like for your personal work, second maybe for your kids or home, and third for your work related. Plan ahead as a monthly overview and weekly. Every week make sure you fill up the things from this into that pages, and on an everyday basis, maybe the previous night or early morning, as soon as you get up and you have some time, you can just pick out your planner and write down your tasks for the day. Now this helps. Generally I do it in the night because this helps me calm down and sleep well. It allows me to be stress free in the night to think about what I need to do the next morning. So having a monthly calendar view helps you stay organized and see the bigger picture. Now the last and the final tip, that is tip number 5, is nothing but review and reflect. So make sure you have a space for reflection. It could be a monthly reflection, it could be a monthly reflection, or it could be a weekly reflection. Here I have 1 week at a glance. So when I see the whole week, I know how well it went, or something didn't go well, then I know how it looks. So similarly, whichever planner you're using, you don't have to write your weekly reflection, but just go through your week, how it was the previous week, and make sure that you write your monthly reflection. So it just gives you an overview of how your month went. So at the end of each week or each month, take a few minutes to review your progress. So you can ask yourself questions like, what did I achieve? What could I do better next month? So reflecting not only keeps you accountable, but also helps you refine your planning process over time. Now, as months pass by, you planning, you become better at it. You know what works well for you, what doesn't work. So it's all about the progress and not about the perfection. So when you start out, make sure that you don't look for being perfect, but instead make sure to track it down, write it every day, and be consistent with it. And that's it. These are the 5 simple steps to help you use your planner effectively as a beginner. Start small, stay consistent. Don't forget to make it your own. If you found this helpful, like and subscribe for more planner tips and ideas. So see you again in the next week, and I hope you like this video. Make sure that you hit the subscribe button below. Thank you once again. I'll see you super soon in the next video.